Hello beer tubers and welcome to the Master of Hoppets Top 10 Best Beers of 2018. It is a new year. 2019 just rolled around the corner, and that means we're going to talk about the best beers I had. We're going to do this as usual. I'm going to have a little bit of a spiel. I'm going to have some honorable mentions, and then we're going to roll into the top 10. So great picks this year. This year was like 2018 was insane. What a year for beer for me. I got to do another States trip. That was probably the big thing. It was such an awesome trip. I met so many cool people, and I got to drink so much awesome beer. And yeah, I don't think I'll be making another States trip this year, but I definitely want to go back and check out some places I haven't been yet because that was just great. One of the biggest surprises for me was Boston. I love Boston. Such a nice city. But yeah, that was great. I got to travel a lot more this year as well, or this past year. Went to Sweden a couple times, went to Madeira, and hopefully we'll be traveling more in this coming year. I went to Bamberg as well. I just didn't really do any video, and Nürnberg in Germany. But yeah, not video from that. I was at Braubeviale. But this year was great. There was also a lot of great beers. The list this year is, of course, beers I reviewed. It's not going to be in actual reviews. So it's not going to be, as always, beers from like festivals or brewery tours or whatnot. It's just going to be the beers that I had in full reviews, as always, because I had a lot of great stuff. So first off, let's say cheers in some dark lager, Munich lager from work. Not bad. And go through the honorable mentions of 2018. So some great beers on this list. And also to say all the beers on the list this year has a grade of at least a 98 on the top 10. And these are like the runner-ups, which is like 97s and also 98s. So we got Evil Twin Brewing Imperial Biscotti Break Bourbon Maple Syrup Barrel Aged Edition. I reviewed with a lot of malts. Awesome stuff. Great variation. One of the best variations I've had on Biscotti Break. Then we got another honorable mention, of course, Founder of CBS. I actually thought the beer was really good. A lot of people didn't agree, but it was not a crazy maple train, but it was balanced. It was great. A great double IPA, the Veil Problems. That was really damn good. Or triple IPA. And then the Veil Never Never Again Again, which was a double, I think it was raspberry sour. Then Old Hickory, the Event Horizon from 2016. That's like the best barrel-aged lower ABV Imperial Stout I think I've had. It's only like 8.5%. It's just so much flavor. Then we got McKellar New York City's first beer they did, and the first one they released, which was made in collaboration with Thin Man, and that was Filthy Flow. Filthy Flow was freaking amazing. Such a great beer. Then we have, let's see, Wylam and Yeasty Boys WXY3, which was a great Southern Hemisphere hopped double IPA. Really, really nice stuff. Then another double IPA from Old Nation, Boss Tweed double IPA. And I guess also M43. Those were really, really great IPAs. Then we got Lervig and Hoppin' Frogs Barrel Age, Bourbon Barrel Age Sipping into Darkness. That was just insane. Really, really good chocolate bomb, bourbon bomb of a beer. Then we got the regular old Goose Island Bourbon County from 2017. That was also a classic. Then Prairie's Bourbon Paradise. I was so close to put this beer on the list, but there was some other ones that ended up instead. But that beer was freaking fire. Coconut, chocolate, vanilla, bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout. So good. Then we got the two McKellar San Diego X Imperial Stouts. The the whiskey and brandy. Sorry, whiskey and brandy. Not bourbon, whiskey and brandy barrel aged versions. Those are insane. I actually like the smoked version a little bit more, and I hope that will be brought to MBCC because that was great. Then two beers I actually thought would make the cut, but they didn't because they got 97s, not 98s. Trillium, Fort Point, Nelson, and Galaxy Edition. Those are fire pale ales, some of the best pale ale around. And then Driefontein and Hommage, very close. Great Lambic, I mean it's Hommage. It's the 17 vintage, and that was a great beer. A beer I also thought would make the list, but didn't. Because I can't remember all the grades all the time of the different beers, but some, like, because I had to pick, the 98s, instead of the 97s, it's like, oh, didn't I give that higher grade? No, apparently I didn't. The Brewery Grey Monday, a whale that I finally got to take. Very good, but not as good as I hoped. I hoped the Hoppets, but still very, very nice stuff. And then a beer that certainly was one of the best UK IPAs I had this year. Burnt Mill and Finback's Swimming Giants. Also some Southern Hemisphere hops paired with some New World hops, American hops. Awesome stuff. Then Trillium PM Dawn, probably one of the best coffee stouts around. fire stuff as well. And finally, the brewery's Soul, their anniversary ale. Those are the runner-ups. Those are beers I felt like they needed a proper mention on this list before we go into the actual top 10. So here's to a great 2018, guys. And let's get this list rolling and see the top 10 best beers I had this year. Cheers. That is really nice. Wow, the amount of honey flavor is really much more than I expected. It's almost like port wine type flavor.
Yeah,
as well.
it's like port.
Like it's super dark.
You still get the roast, the malt roast flavor, and you get the honey flavor, raisins, what is it called? Plums, prunes.
Yeah.
Prunes, yeah.
And there's some licorice tones to it as well. Dark chocolate. Really thick as well. It's really mouth coating. Like very thick, very slick. It's not like sludgy, but it's quite thick and creamy. Yeah, that is really nice. You have to have a sip back there. Wow. It's got a bit of a green hop matter flavor, but so much the galaxy hop flavor of that like tropical fruit with sweet kind of cantaloupe melons and whatnot. It's really nice, but it's more bitter than green, isn't it? For sure. Like it's got a bit more of a astringent bitter vibe, but other than that, it's tasting really nice. Mouthfeel is also quite nice. It's like kind of medium chewy, I'd say. But can I have a sip here? We're splitting one glass because we only have one glass with us. But Oh, that is really nice. Oh, that is so good. That is definitely better than the fresh can of Julius I had, and this is 2 weeks old. That is interesting. The mouthfeel on it is just so pillowy, and it's supercharged juice. Like this is like the epitome of a juice bomb. Could get you in trouble though. This is super drinkable. Almost like super velvety, super creamy, cloudy, pillowy mouthfeel. As for hop flavors, I'm getting big time stone fruits again. Loads of apricot and orange. Right on the back end, there's like the slightest bitterness that is like citrus rind, citrus pith. Like that kind of, I think it's a Amarillo playing into that kind of like orange rind type flavor. And then up front with the stone fruit, there's the sweet citrus. The mandarin oranges, the tangerines, the slight blueberry note. But I will say actually on the flavor, I'm getting more citrus flavors than that kind of blueberry-esque aroma and flavor that you sometimes get from Mosaic. But it's definitely there, just it's more minor on the flavor. But holy crap, this is just fucking-exceptional IPA. Oh my god, that is fucking awesome. Oh man, this is so taking me back to trying barrel aged Hoonigan for the first time. Wow. This is just one of those beers that really makes you smile. Oh my god, why did I sit on this? This is fucking epic. And you can just, I think you can even buy it in random bottle shops and stuff in Denmark right now. Oh, and it's got a lovely kick of habanero spice there. What I love about the Jackie O's Mexican Stout, or Negro, it's the spice. It's not that briny chili flavor. Like, that's the only thing I hate about Mexican cake, is that it's always that briny chili flavor. This is the spice. It's almost like it's a dry habanero they put in there or something. Wow, this is fucking phenomenal Mexican style Imperial Stout. That is just retarded dumb awesome. What the fuck? That is fucking weird, but it's so fucking good. This can't be healthy. What the hell?
It cannot be healthy.
It tastes like pancakes with maple syrup and Nutella.
Yeah. Something like that.
What?
And it's
then
so
almost
sweet.
like it's bourbon. Yeah, it's super sweet. It's almost like a bourbon reduced maple syrup glaze type thing. But the whole pancake thing is just...
I'm almost getting donuts or something. Like
I think
sugar glazed maple donuts.
I think this is the most pastry forward pastry stout I've had. It is.
Look at the label.
I mean, yeah. If the label didn't show you what to expect, I mean,
now you know.
Now you know. I mean, that is
But
crazy.
actually, the bourbon character is very, very well implemented. It's a bit more. It's a bit more. What do you say? Hefty on the aroma, but in the taste, it really complements that maple.
It's kind of like you get that kind of sweet maple syrup flavor with layers of caramel. Yeah, from the bourbon, like caramelly bourbon, vanilla fudgy type sweetness. Quite fudgy, but this is just fucking crazy. Oh, that is really nice. How is this too much chili flavor? I don't think so. It's definitely. You feel it when it goes down. But wow, such an awesome fudgy barrel character. Really, really nice.
I can't state how much it reminds me of Tin Fitty, just with like adjuncts or something.
I
Like
can
barrel
see it.
aged
Like
Tin Fitty
barrel
with
aged Tin
adjuncts.
Fitty with cinnamon and vanilla. Ooh, if you don't, this is almost reminding me of when I had the bourbon barrel aged Negro, because it's the same chili flavor.
Yeah.
This is just much more fudgy and rich on the barrel character. But that one had that dry, quite spicy chili flavor, and it's the same. But what I really enjoy about it is that it's not that super briny chili flavor. I think a lot of the stouts like this that use fresh chilies, it turns into this jalapeno chili brine flavor sometimes. But this it's a dry spice flavor, and I prefer that myself.
The spice flavor in this is really nice, I think. And I think it's been good for the beer to, sit in the bottle for 4 or 5 months. Because it feels like it's just right with the spice as it is now.
Not super thick mouthfeel.
It's like, it reminds me of some of the thicker Omnipollo, silky, creamy.
Lighter side of medium, but medium high, full, but super silky and super coating and slick. Oh, that is so good. That is old school malt cannon, but man,
That's a mouthful.
such a big mouthfeel too. And so much bourbon. Like, the bourbon is huge.
I wonder how strong it tastes. And it has a bit heat too.
Yeah, like the spirit heat. Now I got 2 bottles. I think one is unfortunately already kind of called for in a trade, but I think this would age really well in the bottle.
Yeah.
For like quite a few years, 5 years, whatever. But kind of fresh. Yeah, it has some heat going down, that spirit heat. But I guess
the dark fruits come through, and the maltiness.
Really maltiness. Do you know what? It really reminds me of drinking the brewery's old ales, like these huge old ales they do, but maybe a little bit better and more drinkable, to be honest. And that, because their old ales are insane. I think I've dropped the grades a little bit year by year with those beers, but it's in the same vein, but this is just so much more drinkable. Those are also like 16 to 19%, it's crazy. This is 13, so it's not as strong, but it has like the same big fudgy malt character, like this juicy caramel malt character, and then just huge bourbon. Like, it's like brewery style barrel character, kind of, but just a bit more balanced almost. Like, because sometimes they go a bit too boozy. I think this is like a spirit warmth, but it's not too much. Oh, that is rich. Wow. That is really good.
It's a crazy mouthfeel.
It's even thicker than regular bourbon coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It's quite,
Huge vanilla and bourbon character. And fudge.
Oh yeah.
But it's also very dark fruity, like raisins and figs and dates.
A lot of dark fruit.
Loads of it, loads of vanilla, and then the maple is kicking in. But I think the maple character is not like
as intense as in some of the maple beers we've had here. But again, as we said, it's maple syrup bourbon barrel aged and not pure maple syrup.
Yeah. But I mean, I like it that it's complex. It's a bit sweet, but it's not too sweet. It balanced out with everything else, I think.
Yeah. And the mouthfeel is like quite thick, as I said. I think it's like completely full. It's super oily, super chewy.
Super oily. It's just like it's coating your mouth completely.
One thing that's a bit of a shame is that I'm drinking this with a hangover. It would have been great to have this with a fresh palate. But it is phenomenal. It's on level with all the stuff in there. Maybe
Even
around like it's on the upper echelon of the stuff in there. Around that level, like the bottle logic.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Really dig the vanilla character.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
Oh my god.
Whoa! That is the best IPA I've had so far 2018. That is fucking I would put this exactly up there with this stuff. Move a bit to the side. Fucking Trillium, Monkish, LIC, right up there with those guys. Mouthfeel on fucking point. Super chewy, creamy, perfect soft level of carbonation, and explosive hop flavor. So much Galaxy as well. I'm getting that sip there. I got so much melon, so much cantaloupe melon.
Yeah. This is just straight up perfect. There's nothing really much more to say.
And there's no harsh hop flavor whatsoever.
No.
It's just fucking intensely chewy and creamy. It's got a nice little bitterness as well, like the others. It's got some dankness too. A hint of that blueberry note from Mosaic. Loads of stone fruit as well. Peachy.
Yeah, peaches, yeah.
Whoa. Oh, the fucking aftertaste on that.
And the mouthfeel.
Holy shit.
It's like drinking a smoothie.
This is exactly the experience I had when I had a treehouse beer for the first time. This is exactly the same.
And for me, like when I had Trillium and Monkish and all that the first time.
It is so saturated.
Yeah.
It is so saturated with hop flavor. I wonder if we have viewers in the window. They're being quite loud about this beer. Well, the aftertaste right now, I'm getting loads of melon and lemon and lime. But they say tropical fruit sorbet, and orange sorbet. It's like these fruit sorbets. I'd say more sorbet than creamsicle on the thing.
Yeah, it's more sorbet-ish.
That's not a band.
No, not at all. And you get a bit of that slight hint of something like an orange peel.
So good.
Candied orange peel.
I'd say this is actually kind of this is better than some of the IPAs. And a lot of the IPAs poured at MBCC.
This is better than everything I had at MBCC. I think maybe on par with the best Monkish.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, that is so fucking delicious.
The coffee.
The coffee.
Intense coffee.
Intense coffee and
Sweetness.
hazelnut.
Yeah, this is a coffee bomb.
Wow.
Holy shit.
With like
Holy
for
shit.
real hazelnutty, like that
the
real
aftertaste.
nutty aftertaste.
This, the aftertaste is like bursting on with like intense espresso, hazelnutty. Holy, and this is not barrel aged beer, and perfect mouthfeel. Perfect mouthfeel.
Yeah, and this is just, my mouth is just sticking together. It's so, this is just fantastic.
Oh my fucking god, this is amazing. This might be the best non-barrel aged beer Imperial Stout I've had all of
Yeah, I agree.
Holy fuck, this is
Very
insane.
fine.
The thing I love about it is like, so a lot of people try to do these, you can definitely taste it's not natural flavor. It's definitely got some flavor boost and stuff. Maybe they use hazelnuts and some hazelnut flavoring. I don't care, it tastes amazing. But
It's
one
so
of the things
balanced.
but one of the things I criticize sometimes for these adjunct crazy pastry stouts is that they lack on the base beer and they have all the pastry.
Yeah.
This base beer is so fucking good.
It's awesome.
It is so good. It is thick, it is rich, it's creamy.
And
it's
the
coating.
coffee taste. The
Roasty,
coffee taste
yeah.
is so fresh, so intense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's really, really good.
It's going to be fun because later on we're having an old school beer similar to this. We're having Grey Monday, actually.
Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, Grey Monday is going to be great
We'll
too,
do
I know,
it.
but it's going to be different.
Yeah,
much
way
different.
Yeah.
And much more,
yeah.
probably dark fruity. than
Yeah.
This.
Fuck,
This
that's
is new
no
school.
alcohol, super thick
No.
and creamy. I am getting a bit of like, I think maybe they use muscovado sugar. Because it has a bit of a molassesy, almost licoricey flavor. It's probably double mashed for that crazy mouthfeel.
Yeah, the mouthfeel is insane.
Huge roast,
It's
huge
so- yeah.
dark fruit, huge vanilla, huge hazelnut, huge coffee. It's like this intense espresso coffee flavor.
Yeah.
And then this is just one of the reasons why I fucking love Imperial Stout. You can do so much. It's such with this style. I mean, it's one
It's
of
one
my
of
favorite
these moments
styles for
where
sure.
you think,
Fuck.
this is why I am into craft beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is
exactly,
it,
Michael.
yeah.
This is where like this is why I love craft beer because this is just so good, and this is such a flavor experience, and that's why I love it. It's
Oh my god.
so there we have it, guys. That was the top 10 best beers of the year. As you saw, number one, well, I gave it a 99 in the original review, but rethinking things, that was probably one of the beers that gave the biggest impact on me. Horus Goshawk's Grasp in bottles. It just blew my mind so much. I should have given it a 100. It's not just a 99. But that beer, and I know that's coming out barrel aged. Fuck, man, I need that beer in my life. But that was just crazy. And I never think I've put a just adjunct stout as number one. But that was just out of this world. That was one of the best, probably the best adjunct and coffee stout I've ever had. I urge you to try and trade for that beer because Goshawk was just amazing. I think that was the first time where I kind of like changed my mind and put a beer on top that maybe should have been a bit lower because of the grade I gave. But looking back, yeah, that would have been a 100 beer. But great selection of beers, guys. Hope you can get to try any of these. I'd say try and trade for the ones you can. Like Maple Bourbon County, you can't because it was like growler tap only. I was just lucky, but those were fire beers. So if you guys had a chance to try any of the beers on this list, of this year's top 10 list, let me know what you thought of them. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe. Check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And here's to a great 2019 of awesome beers where this channel also turns 10 years. Fucking crazy. And we got something special planned. But you'll just have to stick around to find out. So cheers, guys. And see you in future beer reviews.